and then unmute us here.
Wait.
What's up?
No.
Greetings, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Welcome once more to Fall of Avanswell on the theoretical finale here for the adventure. We'll just see how things go, definitely. As we kind of reach the end of all things. It has been a wild ride, so to say, and I've been very happy for the players and glad they've been here. But we should dive into our little adventure here. So I did pose a question to everybody to start today. I should say hi. Hi, I am the DM / GM here at Dracovin. I've been, the master of games and such here. But the question I posed to my players before we started here today, which I thought was, what do you hope to do after this adventure? So why don't we roll some d20s, see who's going when, and figure out about some intros for characters one final time.
Oh, sorry, I zoned out there for a second.
Get him!
Get him! Alright, well, looks like it's Joe, Jesse, Wyrm, so we'll turn to Joe first, actually.
Look, I'm more tired than I was last Friday, so...
My guy has no answer because he has not thought any further ahead of getting out of this world.
He doesn't plan on surviving.
Well, no, he hopes he survives, but he doesn't know what we're gonna run into. He's like, he's just focused on, let's get out of here, and then we'll figure it out from there. By the way, I'm Joe. I play Umbrin Wisespark, the Liminal Fetchling Animist. But yeah, he has not planned anything after getting things done here.
Interesting. That can make sense. I mean, it is a definite problem that can occur of, like, what are you gonna do? This plan has been crazy, It's sort of like you definitely went in with the, will I kind of get out of here? I don't know. We'll find out. So I can see.
Like, he's very hopeful that this will work, but there's no guarantee, and we don't know what's going to be on the other side. Is it going to be a realm of, rainbows and butterflies and peace? Is it going to be another realm of horrible, horrific crap? I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes you just don't know that kind of thing. Yeah. Well, I will turn it over then to Jessie for our second person today to acquire this question to acquire? Ask this question to.
Yeah. Playing Calder Wrynn, the human Gunslinger, for possibly the last time.
Yeah.
Crazy. Ooh, boy. After all is said and done, assuming we don't die a slow, painful death or get tortured for eternity in the Torment Nexus, just settle down. Open up a shop, maybe. Just no more adventuring. No more stealing. No more wandering around. He's so done with all this.
No more stealing.
No more stealing. He's gonna turn a new leaf if he lives.
You've been through a lot, and you're just like, you know what? This has been enough. We're done here. This has been
a bit much.
This has been.
There's not gonna be much to steal if this works.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
And then we finally swing over to, of course, Wyrm to finish out today.
Yeah. I'm Diamond Wyrm, and I play Ixbanor, the weakened animal ferret sorcerer alchemist from Scatheria, I think it's called. Anyway,
Yes.
I just wanted to add an extra thing finally for once. I mean, after this is all said and done, I'm thinking maybe, I'll put my alchemy skills to better use. Maybe helping out, probably. I mean, a lot of people are probably gonna need some help going forward, so probably do a bit of charity work. Maybe open an alchemy shop.
Seems like it would be nice.
You don't want to lose your consciousness and go back to being a free roaming animal?
Absolutely not.
Where'd be the fun in that? You could be you could go animal mind once more. Return to animal, as they say.
It's like, screw this. I want to live a really simple life.
So, but if you missed our last time, everybody arrived in the city of Egwin and basically managed to get your way inside. And though it ended up being an interesting negotiation with the local authorities, turns out they're a little bit on tension. I mean, the entire, like, oncoming Doom army that, is approaching and worrying about that entire thing. They're, and many people just trying to, like, rush in and stay alive. And as much as they're like, yeah, we'll take you in, but they weren't very, like, what are you talking about? That you progressing to be able to, like, save the world. They weren't really trusting on that. But you managed to negotiate with them decently and eventually got a meeting with the Duke. But as things were seemingly working out, things started breaking down with the entire enemy approaching and a lot of problems occurring. So you were basically said, hey, if you're going to do whatever this is, fine. Go ahead and do it. Maybe you'll save us, maybe you won't. We'll see how it goes. So you were kind of left to your own devices in that retrospect. But yeah, so you went downstairs into the dungeon where, well, you kind of looked around, discovered where everything could be for the ritual, and yeah, began exploring. You did find something mysterious there. Again, we'll just kind of gloss over that because it was like, I talked about this with Wyrm like on Saturday then too. It was a kind of like, I included something from a adventure which you could have interacted with, but you weren't making your checks very well, but it wasn't critical to what you were doing, and I didn't express that very well. We'll put that as the entire summary of what happened at the end of last session is. It was a possible extra unnecessary overall kind of thing. It would have been fun if you interacted with it. You didn't need to. Probably would have been an extra session. But here we are. That's kind of where we leave off on that one. So yes. Oh, wrong thing entirely. So here we are in the dungeon. You hear that the forces of the Dread Army are approaching. You now realize that the vibrations you heard were marches or chants of an enemy army that is thousands strong nearby, just shaking into the land. And that is what you had been basically hearing down here.
I'm sorry, did you just say thousands strong? Is that it? Really?
Might be
Look,
cooked.
I'll tell you. I have the actual numbers. They have 10,000. You have probably about 1,500 to 2,000 troops here. So you are outnumbered 5 to 1 approximately. But the sheer fact is, what you don't know is the Dread Army has been bleeding soldiers the entire time, and the million strong they started with are down to this final 10,000. This is it.
Okay.
I think I explained it to you that you heard tales that they've been bleeding themselves from powerful sources, and I'm like, yes, they have. They literally probably sacrificed thousands of people to try to take on that bridge. The King Cetrin's fall probably took out a good chunk of that army, sacrificing himself, his troops, and that bridge. So yeah 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a lot, but it still outnumbers you when you have a small fighting force, and that probably includes non-soldiers. What I mean is your 1,500, 2,000 probably involves a lot of slightly trained civilian militia.
For a second, I thought it was thousands the whole time. And I'm like, Tantus, do you know how numbers work?
No.
But that makes more sense.
It wasn't thousands the whole time. The enemy forces have indeed kind of been marching themselves to death nearly to wipe you out. Turns out, when you're a bunch of zealots who believe in like an ultimate revenge and murder, you don't really care for your own safety. You know? Just saying. Anyway, so returning to the torment room, you begin to assemble the ritual improper. You had kind of been working on it before, kind of been assembling what you needed for it, and it does not take you long to get to the point in time where the ritual would be ready to go. Let me switch over to here.
Music.
Yes. Though again, like now you realize what it is. Certainly speaking, the former like rumble of the systematic marching or systematic, like call of troops is less obvious now. Now there is still noise and sound coming and vibrations that come through the earth of the march of troops, but it is different than it was before. Less organized, less of a rhythmic thrum of perhaps call to action, call to arms, as the final battle may very well begin outside. Something that, will the walls fail? Who knows? But certainly it seems like the Dread Army is not going for a siege. They are going to try to conquer. They are attacking. While siege would probably be a wiser tactic at this point in time. Anyway. So, I will need a check from someone to put together the ritual as it was. Previously, I think we had a religion check. We'll just say that you're going to need someone to lead the religion check on top.
Talas will help. Talas will help.
Yep.
Joe. Umbrin, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Umbrin. Mm-hmm. Okay.
+2.
Woohoo.
All right, pretty good check there. So you're able to remember the ritual as it was, and you know that you're maybe not doing the exact same ritual. The words, the movements don't matter about this. This is all about channeling the energy and then almost calling out across the universe itself into other planes of existence to try to like basically ring a bell to gain the attention of forces that are normally outside of your purview. So you kind of like do stuff to focus in this entire idea and prepare this entire ritual. It doesn't take you long, and eventually you feel confident that you are ready to do such, to enact the ritual. The orb could be placed in the center of this sphere, with all of you around it, ready to ring out basically a bell, almost, a gong that echoes through all of eternity and all of reality to call out to forces that may save you. Anything finally you want to do before you go and do this? This is a quick check.
I mean, not that I can think of.
Me neither.
I cast Disintegrate on the orb. No.
It won't work
kill
because it's
Ixbanor.
technically an artifact. Usually those have weird ways to
I
destroy
eat
them.
him.
He's delicious.
I turn into a dragon and eat Ixbanor.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right.
Can't think of anything, yeah.
Okay. So as all of you kind of settle into this, knowing that this very well could be your last act, you are unsure the results of this, how it will be. You are unsure what you are truly tapping into at this final time as you begin your ritual. Begin to connect together your souls. This is not the first time you've done this. Your spirits, your energy, you can feel it begin to swirl into all of you. A power source, something akin to a energy that you once felt before. You felt this during your ritual, but now you feel it again. and you begin to be able to reach out and tap into the sphere that you have kind of set up in this simple way in the center of this room. You kind of have it in the cauldron on top of this barrel, just to hold it up as is this power source that emanates energy. Something that, again, all of you kind of got used to because you're hanging around it for like a half a week, plus the entire time being in Giant Magic City. Certainly speaking, though, being here and feeling the world a lot more, you can kind of begin to tell the difference between it. It is power manifested in a way that now that you're kind of like feeling it and reaching out to it, that you really didn't understand that power manifest. It is power in a way that is grand, and your spirits touch it. All right, so I want everybody here to just roll me a Fortitude save. Roll a d20 here for a talk. All right, I rolled 17, not bad. Calder got 2. Ixbanor got a 7. Talas got a 5.
If that's obviously a failure, then I will re-roll it using grit and tenacity.
I will tell you, you probably should use your grit and tenacity.
Cool, re-rolling with a +2.
Uh-huh.
God
is dead.
Well, you doubled.
I might as well not I might as well not re-roll because because at the very least I get the same effect as Calder.
Okay.
Well, at least I got the hero.
Yeah, I was going to re-roll, but I'm like,
As you kind of channel into this energy, you begin to see the orb kind of rise up as, the words themselves, the ones that you were given before. Do you remember them? Umbrin, the name you were given.
Oh,
Give me
yes.
2 seconds.
Give me 2. I have it on my sheet, too. Chandrazor, the first phoenix.
Chandrazor, fire of the sky, the elemental flame, the burner of suns, the first phoenix.
You call out this name, and everything just stops. Everything feels like it freezes up for just a second. It's as if you've wrung something powerful beyond what you could see, beyond what you could understand. A strength you did not perhaps understand in many ways, but now it approaches. Energy. The room itself changes in many ways. Darkness, energy spills forth, creating an almost bubble around you. The very circle you created creates a kind of barrier, as it feels as though ripples of the universe itself kind of come around you. Voices fill all of your minds. Hundreds of voices. Creatures calling out. Creatures in anger. Creatures in hatred. Creatures who have heard something. But it's not the only thing that's heard. Not the only voice that's out there. Something deep and guttural seems to be coming, looming forward towards all of you. Something that seems to be coming quickly. The ground begins to shake as things seem to shift and meld. The realm around you kind of almost seems to melt in many ways. As then at the periphery of your eyes, you begin to see shapes, things existing. Are they in reality? Are they outside reality? You can't tell. The orb itself, the eye, the core of a sun, begins to glow and emanate energy. This energy mixing with the barrier of each of you. You're still locked in here. You're still connected together, as all of you are feeling this as one set of senses, as the world itself seems to be altering in many ways, as quickly the shapes and forms begin morphing into something. Creatures, unusual things. Some of them seem almost familiar in form, others different. Some of them seem demonic, devilish, angelic. Creatures that you can't even identify them. They seem so weird and alien, as if they're all reaching out now that you've kind of rung this gong, this bell to all of them. But then, as this kind of culminates in one massive energy, all of it seems to stop again. And all of you look up as a massive eye now looks down at all of you, one encompassing the ceiling itself. You get a sense you're only seeing part of it, or a manifestation of it, but this eye is looking at all of you, staring into all of your souls. Words. Are they words? Are they thoughts? Are they emotions? Begin flooding all of your minds. I will need will saves from all of you.
Monday roll a save I'm good at.
I'll note the fort save, something has happened with the result of that, but it's something you have not seen, I will just say. And this technically will be another kind of collective roll, because you are linked together.
I think I might be cursed.
Mm-hmm. And Talk will roll well again. Talk has rolled 17 twice, so that helps. But those are some pretty good checks. Calder, you feel yourself being like drawn into it. There's whispers in your mind that it feels as almost though like your eyes feel terrible, as you can feel like blood begun to come out of them, and your nose and your ears. But as you're kind of like being lost in it, the voices of honestly Talas and Ixbanor begin to draw you back, while Talk has a voice there too, and certainly Umbrin too. Talas's mind and voice seems to stow you up, so you feel awful now, and like you're not doing well, but you're maintaining yourself just because perhaps there's this little echo of Talas, who, maybe you weren't always the closest with, even in these journeys, but has always proven to be someone that's, though stoic, though quiet, though doesn't talk about a lot, has always been there for you. And that reassuring voice, along with that little squeaky voice of Ixbanor, who's hung out on your shoulder so much, those are keeping you solid, though you're not doing well at the moment, I'll tell you that. But you're holding on. And just barely. As it seems as though a void itself is still calling out to you. A void. Words out now. It doesn't have a mouth that can eat you. The words begin to manifest in ways. And as I said, it's maybe not language, maybe it's emotions. You're not her, is this thing that kind of emanates from this source. Other than that, there's that flash of everything else. That there's this thing looking at you. The eye stares for what feels like an eternity down at all of you. This power emanating through you. You feel it shake as everything begins to shake. Now it's not one throb. The ground, world shakes. Is it you? Is it everywhere? You don't know. But the ground and all of reality seems to be cracking apart and shaking with force and power, as it's just whatever this is staring down at you and trying to read your souls, perhaps, try to figure out what's going on there. For a second, you feel as though you can hold off against this, and then its force on you stops. Two words echo out again in this primal energy, this voice that does not have a voice, echoing in all of you. Take it. As the eye closes and the world begins to rumble against all of you. All right, please arrange yourselves in the center as, let me just grab this thing here. Is that the appropriate size? Let me just check here. It is. Cool. Great.
Ew.
This thing emerges. You're like in a circle here. So I'll just put this kind of right here. It kind of just burst up from the ground there, almost manifesting into existence. a creature that is alien in many ways, a creature that seems to be built of many different creatures itself. It is strange and alien and beyond anything you've perhaps ever seen before. But it also has this manifestation of the ground itself coming into being. Anyway, let's just go to combat. Let's create that
This
there.
guy's creepy.
It is. Let me see here. I have to activate and add people to the encounter. That add all of you? Cool, it does. And highlight all of you and just add all of you that way. Awesome. So.
And all you have to do is click that little roll button.
Mm-hmm.
Talas rolled a 1.
All right.
I rolled a 2.
All right.
I think I rolled a... What did I roll? A 3? No, I rolled a 7.
Oh, that sucks.
So, I will tell you, you are going to be at a slight disadvantage here as I draw something on the board here. Not 100%. I need to...
You have to stay within a circle.
Yes, you have an area to stay within. Actually, let's just get rid of that then. So, I'll just make it easy actually on myself. You see this nice area of pillars? We'll just say that in between there is where you can stay. Okay. So you have a little bit of area, but you are still, that's the field that you've created, and you get the sense that whatever energies are still out there, basically the anomalies, the, borders between reality are broken outside of that area currently. It has not settled, even though the eye is gone, and this creature is here with its prerogative to take this nice orb here in the center, right there, in between all of you. Yeah. I'm going to hit begin encounter, because I think we're good to go. All right. Encounter tracker can go over there. Calder. What do you want to do? This thing has emerged from existence itself to seemingly hunt you. And to come for the artifact that might be protecting you from the outside of the mixed reality. We'll call it mixed reality, because not like it's not reality, it's just like layers of like multiple dimensions, perhaps. You've managed to like kind of call on, at least in this small room, a area of various planes of existence.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna make a called shot. 2 actions. I'm gonna use called shot and target his
Nuts.
arms. Just
Okay.
in case he tries to get in close and hit us.
Yeah, I'll describe it. It's like a mixture between a spider and a crab with cephalopod-like tentacles erupting from the tips of chitin armored legs.
That's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, 17 is not crit. Understood. Almost the minimum damage. Tight.
All right, let me click on this, and I will do damage to it. Okay. Cool. All right.
I
So
will
called
not
shot.
reload, and that is it.
Okay.
I think I wasted my one good roll of the night on going first with speaking.
With called shot, he is now enfeebled 2 until the end of my next turn.
Okay, let me give it
Nice.
that. Excuse me. Where are you?
You can drag it from the called shot box in the
Oh.
chat
That would be easier.
and just drag it over his token.
Cool. There we go. All right, enfeebled 2. Well, let's see here. It's probably just gonna do this then to start out with. So it's just going to regurgitate Grastrolith It violently regurgitates a melon-sized clod of brittle stone supernaturally infused with digestive enzymes. Stone and acid explode at impact of a range of 30 feet, dealing some damage in a 20-foot burst. So it's going to just hit you all with horrible stuff.
Not what I thought it was gonna do.
Anyway,
Cool.
so I'm
Well,
just,
that
I need basic
sucks.
reflex saves. Ooh, we have a critical success by Calder.
Yes. Thank you, Blast Dodger. Very cool. If you click on basic reflex, it rolls it against the DC properly.
Oh, yeah,
God.
I probably should have done that. Whatever. I'll do that for Talas. Hold on.
Oh.
I'm gonna re-roll mine.
You were critically failing, I will tell you.
Oh wait, I didn't select Talas. I targeted. Wait, why can I only target Talas right now? What the heck's going on?
I rolled a 2. It was almost when I was watching the die go over. It was almost a 20, and then it rolled to the 2.
Well, that's a success. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I can't.
Did you roll twice
Oh.
then, or is that?
No, that's not Talas's, and I realized what I did wrong.
Let me roll a damage at least.
There we go.
See what
Now
that
I can
is.
do that.
Big damage.
There we go.
Okay. So Talas and Ixbanor are failing, not critically. Umbrin
That's so
succeeded.
funny. I got the same roll either way anyway.
And Calder, I think you have something that makes it go up to a critical
Critically,
success.
So I take 0.
Yeah, so you take 0. Ixbanor and Talas will take full damage from that unless you resist either piercing or acid, and Umbrin, you will take half of that 49.
Ow.
Let me roll.
Dang it.
Okay. I know when it recharges.
I can do.
So it does have a few rounds before it has to do anything, but it'll do that. All right. So after it does that, what's your range? I'm just trying to see here because I have to see what its range is. I don't think it's got a lot of range, so it wants to get in close. I think. Let me see. But let's have to see. I do have a question here because I don't know. I can look at basic act.
What?
Shoot.
I'm seeing if it's one of these helps with what it needs. Probably not. That probably does not help. I'm seeing what it can do with its third action. Sorry, it's taking me a moment here because it is. Oh, sorry. I guess it's going to step up one to the barrier, actually, for now. All right. This is going to move next to the barrier and kind of like it. So far, it hasn't interacted with the barrier around you. Umbrin.
Okay. Well, let's cast Phantasmal Calamity.
Okay.
Wait.
Does it have a
Wait.
long range?
Okay. This is kind of my fault. 'Cause I
Mhm.
forgot about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would have affected really anything because it used, but the battle cry. When you roll initiative, you can
Oh.
attempt to. You can.
Oh, so the Talas could have try to demoralize it.
Yep.
I don't think that would have affected what it did, but yes. I guess if you want to roll it.
Oh yeah, cool.
So it gets frightened
did.
1.
Yep.
I've drug it over. Cool. Okay. That might affect Umbrin, on the other hand. That might affect you for your stuff. So you, Phantasmal Calamity,
I mean,
you fill it with Apocalypse into its mind, mental damage on a
there's
basic
the
will.
30-foot door.
Crit, on a crit failure, also must make a reflex save. If it fails its second stage, it also becomes stunned. Okay, cool. All right. So let me click on you, and that would be.
I also can move when initiative is rolled, but oh well.
Oh, it'll critically succeed.
Mother.
Wow. It rolled high. Rolled a 17, so that was
Just completely unaffected, isn't it?
Since it is basic, since it did critically succeed, it would be busted basically unaffected. Yes. Fortunately, it rolled very, very well.
My best freaking spell.
It happens.
Critical success, just like Calder can avoid damage. It sometimes can too, by random chance. The dice favored it this day. We have one more action. Is there anything else you want to do? I think we have one more action. Yes.
What's the boundary? So maybe I want to move.
Again, it's this like area of the
Oh,
columns.
the 4
Yeah,
columns.
columns.
Okay.
Think about the lines in between those columns. Yeah, there's the square. Thank you. If you can see the blue square.
I just don't think we want to all be standing next to each other.
Mhm.
So that'll be it.
All right. Ixbanor. Ouch! Horrible amounts of rock and acid have just pelted into you. It feels awful.
Okay. I'm. Hold on, I want to read a description. That's Talas's sheet.
That might be the wrong sheet. I'm just saying. Might be.
Like the likelihood of it failing this is not great.
Oh, you can delete my circle, by the way.
I can't interact with the circle right now. I'm not on it, so I'll leave for now. It doesn't really make a difference.
Okay.
Yes, I could do
Okay.
circle.
You know what? We'll do this instead. There it is.
There we go. Figured it out. Been a while since I've done circles. Okay, cool.
Cloak of Colors.
All right. A cloak of swirling colors surrounds the target. Creatures are dazzled when adjacent to it, and attacking the target causes a brilliant flash of light. So who are you using that on?
Myself.
Coward.
Well, actually, wait. You know what? No, Talas. I'm putting it on Talas. I didn't realize I could target other creatures with
It
this
just
spell.
says one creature within 30 feet.
Within. Yep.
Yeah. And
I'm
Talas will
also
probably
going
be running
to-
into melee.
Yep.
When you cast that on Talas, I will have to make the save or be blinded. Or be no, I'll be dazzled while I'm next to him.
Creature that
While adjacent.
daddles while adjacent to the target.
I think you make the save
well,
if you attack it. You're just going to be
it's-
dazzled while you're adjacent to it.
Yeah, you're dazzled if
Yeah.
you're by it, and he's gonna move up on his turn, which is next. So.
Oh, okay, never mind. We should be straight.
Yeah. So you shouldn't be.
So.
You just have to make sure that you're like not next to Talas. My eyes.
Yep. That's my turn. Move, dazzle.
Cool. Talas.
He'll do. Where is it?
Mm-hmm.
Where is it?
His charge up, shield, strike, 2 actions.
Yeah,
Defensive
defensive
advance. Yeah. A classic from Talas. holding back the horrors of the universe as this being from beyond that just is horrific. He's just, tentacle crab monster.
Oh, I didn't target it.
Yeah. I have to see here. You will hit. Just
Okay.
because you've got it frightened 1. So yes, 34 is its normal AC. The -1 Talas gave it earlier is the only reason you just hit it. Well, I'll do it some damage. So I'll take some damage. As you get another hit on it.
When does demoralize go away? Actually,
On its turn.
oh,
I believe.
Well, technically should have gone away already, but oh well.
I think I have to look up when demoralize. It might be the end of your turn though. I have to look up.
Yeah, I need. That's what I'm looking at. And he's gonna make another strike. Well, no, wait. Yeah, no, he already raised his shield as part of the action. Yeah, that means he can do another strike.
Okay. That will hit. All right. Is the feebled go away?
Oh no, yeah. So
Not until,
so frightened goes away at so frightened decreases by 1 at the end of your turn.
Okay.
So the first one
Enfeebled
shouldn't have
won't
hit. The
go
second
away
one
until
did.
the
Though.
end of mine.
Yeah, you're right. The first one should not have hit. I'll just give it 20 hit points back.
So technically, it would have only affected Calder, which didn't really matter. But oh well. He would have done it.
And the enfeeble would have gone down by 1 at the end of its turn, right?
No.
No,
Not in-
at the end
No,
of
no.
at the end of
Enfeebled will
Calder's
go
turn.
down at the end of my turn. It will
Okay.
go down to 0.
Okay, so the enfeeble 2 lasts until the end of your turn. Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
pretty much.
Well, then it goes to your turn then.
It is also It is also dazzled though now.
Oh,
Yeah.
let
it is
me
also dazzled.
drag over Dazzled. Good. Cool. It has Dazzled on it.
So basically, everything is concealed to it.
Yes.
All right. Well, no sense. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm gonna make another call shot. Actually, no. Fuck it. I'm gonna load a piece of elemental ammunition
Okay.
and activate it.
Okay.
Electricity. Fire.
Alright, you will miss.
Damn, that sucks. Reload.
Probably what kind of is going on, because again, it's like this heavy, like, tank creature that seems to be made from the earth itself. It kind of like bounces off its shell, not getting purchased within its horrific armor. But you will reload
That's
again.
not good.
But it will go. It's got this very nice target right in front of it, and it really feels like it's very delicious creature here. So it's going to start out with good old biting.
It is
this
no
person.
longer enfeebled 2. Keep that in mind.
Let me remove the enfeebled 2 then.
That does hit.
I got rid
Talas.
of Dazzled. Put the Dazzled back on.
I mean, dazzle just again makes it concealed. So
Yes, so I have to roll the.
assuming vision is its sense. If it doesn't actually have vision, which it might not given its weirdness.
It does have special senses. Let me look up what those special senses are. Actually, over here, special senses. What the hell?
Because basically, if there's another precise sense, so basically, if it has a precise sense other than vision, it is not dazzled.
Special senses. Sorry, it's taking me a minute to figure out this entire thing and look at the sheet here of the creature. get the information on it.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna do something here that might be helpful. Because, all right, here you go.
Because technically, if it doesn't, then it has a 5% chance to straight up miss.
I realize this. I'm just looking at what it has. I think. I don't know why it says special senses in Foundry, because it doesn't define that, and I don't see anything completely different over here. I'm missing some things. Come on. Okay. The Foundry's a little off on the things stats a little bit here. Let me just drag this over here and compare and contrast. Sorry. Just making sure everything is correct here quickly. I think it's just, for whatever reason, it says special senses, and because everything else looks correct. It just has that. I don't know why.
Yeah. Basically,
Also,
I'm looking up in the monster manual if what it says about, like, when it says just sense, what that might mean.
I'm not gonna lie here. Also, it doesn't have one of its immunities, which is, I guess it hasn't come up yet, but I don't know if it can come up. It also gets spells. Not that it's ones that we'll necessarily use, but it has them, which isn't on the sheet in Foundry. Other than that, everything looks correct. So it's probably not using those spells. I'm not gonna lie. None of they're neat, but none of them are really helpful. It has like Stone Shape and Speak with Stone. Cool. I don't know what one with Stone does. Sounds cool. I think it can like Stone Glide or something.
Meld into stone.
It's not planning on doing that right now. You know, it's planning on eating you. Anyway, the regurgitate, yeah, that's that there. So I think it's gonna roll the D20. So let me just roll the D20. So I what 1 to 5 it misses, and 5 and above it hits. I believe is that what it is, Conceal. So it will be theoretically hitting. Roll the damage. So it'd be 33 damage to Talas, and I think it does have to make a will save or gain the whatchamacallit from your spell. Let me see here. Cloak of Colors. A creature that hits the target with a melee attack must make a will save. The creature then temporarily immune.
So it might be blinded, which also might not matter, I think.
Attack is blinded for 1 round. Target is stunned for 1 round on critical failure. So it could matter. What is your
Yeah, if it
Oh, the
DC?
stun does.
Yeah.
My spell DC is 30.
And that was a will?
Yep.
Okay, let's hit the will for this thing. I rolled a 32, so it made it so nothing happens. And it's it's temporary immune for the rest of the turn. So it doesn't, it still has the dazzled on all of its attacks, but it doesn't roll the blinded again. Gotcha.
Yes.
All right. So it'll bite into him, and then it will strike at it twice with legs, or once more with bite. Okay, no. Yes, strike at it twice with its legs. I can see the idea here.
Okay.
Bite
Yeah,
does more
so
damage, but legs
basically-
are agile. So it bites once and then agile legs for the rest of them. Cool.
Yeah, so the way senses work is it will either say in its senses what the sense or below its senses what the sense does,
Oh,
or it will, or if it's a common sense like tremor sense or something, then you have to look in the back of the book.
so I also didn't realize in the monster sheets there's this nice tab called spells until just now. So I actually do have its spells. Yeah. It's not on the front page. Again, it just has like special senses in the area with its dark vision, but it's fine. Anyway, it's going to let me target you, and let me just leg you. It's gonna hit you with some legs. So let me roll that damage. Big hits on Talas here.
Yeah.
Did you get the first one here?
No, I did. That's what I just did.
Yeah.
Wow.
He misses.
Oh yeah, he should. He's gonna actually use. He should block one of those.
Yeah, I guess
Block
you can.
the second. Oh, he'll block. Oh yeah, he can block the second one.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me revert the second one and block it because. Yeah, it's bludgeoning, so he can block it.
Yeah.
There we go.
But horrific, like acid piercing goes down to it. So then he raises it to block into its legs for the first one. The second one, you know, he kind of like barely misses too. Then you know, so it's like it kind of
block
bounces
the first
off
one because it was acid.
Yeah.
That's why.
It's like a piercy bite filled with acid. Yeah, it doesn't really want to deal with stuff with that. Anyway, so that's its turn as it kind of mauls into Talas. Umbrin.
Okay, let's see if I can make it at least unhappy here.
Oh no, it does have bludgeoning, or it does have does also do
Piercing and
so
acid.
it could block.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast Blessed Boundary.
Ooh.
And this stays around for a minute.
Okay. Manifestation Divine Force, appearing in the hundreds of swirling mass protected spheres, blah, blah, blah. The sphere is hollow and manifestation form being at 2 inches on each of it. Intersects. It deals 78 force damage to each creature that intersects with the shell when the sphere is created, who attempts to move through it. Creature can also take damage at the end of its turn, but only if it already didn't take damage for it. The effects are determined by creature's reflex. So it will make a basic reflex save. Let's see what it rolls. That was not it. That was you. I rolled your basic reflex. So ignore that one there. What did I roll?
No, that's perfect.
I
You didn't roll high.
rolled a 8. What was your DC? 29?
29.
I will tell you it will succeed with it rolling an 8. So it'll take half damage. But it will not be a critical success. I'm just going to keep the same roll.
This thing is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It is a moderate
Okay.
threat. It is.
I had to place the circle slightly off the map, and now I can't. Because I actually need to back the circle up further, because it's 60 feet. And I don't want us to be in it.
Just assume it's in there at the edge. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, it's actually, I wanted, like, bisecting it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't want to stand there, but it doesn't want to stand, next to Talas either.
Yes.
But let me roll the damage.
Yep. It still is taking damage. You still dealt it some. Half damage. Cool. You got another smack into it.
But I have a follow-up for that one next
Ooh.
turn.
Well, you got another action too.
Oh, yeah, I have one. No, was it?
That was 2 actions.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, that's a
Oh,
3.
no, oh, that's a
Blessed
3. I'm
Boundary's
sorry.
3.
I see it's 3. Sorry, I just noticed that
Yeah.
there.
Yep,
all
Blessed
right.
Boundary's 3.
All right, Ixbanor.
Yeah. Well, let's do this. Mere malefactors.
Okay. You can be surrounded with a large or smaller creature with shimmering ring of illusionary mirrors that follows its moves. Even the creature moves outside the range of the spell. When these mirrors reflect the target through as no reflection. It gains Frightened 1 and can't reduce its Frightened value. When you cast a spell, the reflections leap from the mirrors, the attack dealing mental damage basic will 6. So 7 turns, the effects repeat for the first time you sustain the spell in each turn. It makes a will save at any times. Okay, so as soon as it makes a will save, it goes away, but until then, it has Frightened 1, and whenever you cast a spell, you do extra damage. So just giving it like a permanent Frightened 1 right now, at least. So I'll have to drag Frightened 1 on top of it.
Well,
Oh, shit. I could have shrank that circle, so I could actually make it that it's...
when you cast the spell and when you sustain. So technically it also has to make 1 now.
Oh.
it only can be effective once a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, I was talking about mine.
We cast
Oh,
a
yeah.
spell.
Mine, I could have actually made it a much smaller burst.
It will succeed, though.
Its
So it's a
saves
basic-
are really good.
So they shatter, but it still does take the base. It still does take the half damage.
Yes.
Or for the first one. So.
Yep.
But it immediately shatters. So it doesn't. It's frightened one will. So it's still frightened one, but it will go down on its turn. So.
Nope. Okay. So I'll lose that on its turn. I'll leave the friend one on it. But you did some damage to it. I say it takes another hit. Okay.
Oh, never mind. Well, no. As long as it's surrounded. Okay, this is kind of up to you. As long as the target is surrounded by.
It
mirrors,
can't
it's
reduce its
frightened
frightened
one.
value.
Can't-
So it would assume that once it's gone, it can reduce its frightened value as normal, which would be at the end of its turn. Because normal
Okay.
time it goes away. So it would last at least until its next turn.
Its turn.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
That was 2 actions. You
also
have
going
technically
to-
one more.
Yeah. I'm gonna draw a versatile vial.
Talas. Talas is feeling painful, but he's still standing.
That's where I wanted the circle, actually.
Okay.
Because I could have made it much smaller, so.
So Talas. Oh, I closed the sheet on accident.
Did he lay on hands himself?
Actually, yes, that's what he'll do that. It's a single action, so you can do that in.
Because I know he ain't doing so hot.
I don't know what you're talking about. He's merely taken horrific amounts of wounds from the thing biting into him.
How's I guess the lay on hands effect, which that's, yeah, +2 status bonus to AC for 1 round, which will be helpful. And then he'll raise shield and attack.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm dumb. I'll do that next time.
Okay.
His divine reaction thing where you can make it do stuff.
Mm-hmm. Ah, okay. He does have some things that he can do here.
Yeah.
That's a hit. Some more
There you go.
damage. Let me click on that one. Click damage. Another good hit on there. Doing some damage. All right. Calder. The beast yet lives.
Correct. I'm gonna.
You do have a loaded
swap-
shot, remember.
I do. But the likelihood of me critting is low. So I'm gonna swap to melee,
Mhm.
stride, and then swing.
Okay. That'll smack.
There we go. Because the damage dice on the hammer is D10s. If I don't crit with the gun, it's
So-
I think D6s.
You will discover something.
Oh,
It
but-
seems to take more damage from your hammer than anything you've hit it with before.
Oh.
Now I gotcha.
Mm-hmm. It's almost as if the body has a somewhat crystalline structure to it. AKA, because you used a bludgeoning weapon, you discovered it has bludgeoning weakness.
And that'll be turn.
All right.
Too bad Talas doesn't have a bludgeoning weapon.
All
that
right.
makes what I want to do next perfect.
All right. So it's going to go. Well,
It's starting its turn in the.
area. Yes. So let me go up to your.
I can ping it again if you want.
Nah, I can slip it. The Blessed Boundary. So creature takes damage at the end of its turn. So it's actually
Okay.
end of its turn. Okay. So it is going to try to do something. So I have to roll something. Let's see here. This would be turn 3. Okay, cool.
I made a mistake.
Hmm.
I should not have cast Cloak of Colors. I forgot that Talas can block things people next to him, and if he does, he gets a bonus stuff.
All right. Okay, you know what? It's just going to focus on a Talas right now. So it will target Talas. And it's just going to try to bite him. It's a hit.
Even with his +4.
Yeah. Without his +4, it would have critical.
Could have been worse. It would have been a crit. So
Yeah.
it could be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Where's that thing?
Mm-hmm.
Champion Aura. There it is. No. Obedience. There it is.
Okay. So.
Okay.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, so it needs to make...
Oh, I do have to roll a D20. It might be negated. Let's find out. It is not, unfortunately. I did roll for Talas, but
also...
but he's also...
Iron Command.
Okay. It dared harm you. All right. So which one is he doing? Kneel or refuse?
You
It
choose.
chooses.
Oh. If they dare to refuse, they must pay the price of pain and anguish. Rest which option the enemy chooses, who strikes against it, deal 1 extra spirit damage on every next turn, and increases by level. Okay. So it gets to choose which one it does. Does it want to draw prone as a free action, or just take some damage and not have to worry about that? Honestly, it's
Well,
not...
if it... Oh, wait, no, sorry. The other thing only matters to people if there's someone around it. Okay.
It shall refuse. So I guess it just takes the
Okay.
damage.
It also takes 4 persistent spirit damage.
Okay. Because you have relentless
wait.
reaction.
Disobeying your command. If an enemy refuses to kneel, you can deal 3 to 6 persistent mental damage instead. So yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so you're gonna use the Iron Repercussions option that you have.
Yes, but it also takes the relentless reaction because that's part of the feat. So relentless reaction is an base upgrade, whereas Iron Repercussions is a feat. So both of them would apply. So it takes 3d6 plus 4. 3d6
one's the mental
damage plus 4 spirit,
and one's the spirit. So let me do that and that, which it has. So it should have both the ongoing damage to it. Yep, it's got the 2 types of ongoing damage on it. Cool, great.
Okay.
All right. And you'll take
Still very
36.
hurt though.
Well, it will continue its assault on you for this turn and try to hit you with its legs a couple of times. So here's the first roll against you. That will be a smack with some legs.
Oh, did it make its will save to try and avoid being blinded?
Oh, good call. I did not make a will save. So let me roll that now. See what it rolled. Yes.
That passes.
That's rolled
That-
9 maximum for it.
Yeah.
So 30. It's currently hitting Talas again. It got a 36.
Yeah, that is a hit.
Can you absorb part of that with the shield or something?
I'm gonna block this one.
I mean, that was like a near max roll. 43 is the max damage it can do, and it rolled a 41. So, yeah.
He's at
Yikes.
4 HP.
Well, it's got another attack, and it's going to take it. It misses its other attack. Fortunately for
Thank
you.
goodness.
Look, he had a third attack. He really wanted to hit you with it, but, he just
Also,
wants to get rid of a talent so he can move into the
I
sphere.
also want to clarify. I just want to clarify in case anyone's paying attention. He does have a feat which gives him a second reaction that he can use to shield block. So
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. All right.
because I didn't want that being called out later because there's actually
Well,
I mean,
first it would take its
Yeah.
blessed boundary damage. so
well,
it
let
gets its
me roll
save.
for that. Let me roll persistent damage first.
Yep.
So it takes the
well, it rolled it on me, yeah.
and then make a recovery check.
Is Talas? No.
He's
never
at
mind,
4
Talas.
HP. He's still alive.
Yeah, he might want to move backwards.
He hasn't recovered for
Probably
either
will.
of those. So we go up to your blessed barrier. Let me scroll up to that one as we did a lot of stuff. in here.
DC 29 basic reflex.
Yeah, you. It will succeed. So we'll still
But
take half
just
damage.
succeeds, so it's half.
Yeah.
Okay, let me roll it.
Cool. And I was still clicked on it, so it
Some.
went. Yep. All right. Now we are you, Umbrin.
Yeah, I'm not gonna heal Talas, but I am gonna help him out a little bit. Or at least try. Bone Shaker
Mm-hmm.
on third.
Mm-hmm. So you're doing the 3-action version of
The
it.
3-action version,
Cool.
yeah.
Oh,
I
it
tried to
didn't
move
roll.
it.
It also, I just realized it for its second attack, it didn't, or for its third attack, it didn't roll the dazzled miss chance.
Oh, yeah. Let me roll.
I thought the third attack missed anyway.
Oh, sorry. For the second attack,
Yeah.
you didn't.
Yep, there we go. Sorry, you are correct. I did not roll that one.
But it's fine. Anyway, it's fine anyway. So
So it will roll its basic fortitude. Let's see what it rolls. It will succeed, not critically. So take half damage. If you cast a 3-action version, you can move the target 5 feet. It can choose to fall prone to avoid moving.
Well, I would try to move it into the circle.
Okay. It'll honestly probably fall prone. It can still attack if it needs to. So I'm just going to have it go prone. There you go. Draw
Well,
prone
hey,
to
it's
it.
still prone.
Yes.
it makes it easier to hit.
And does take the
But
half
it
damage.
is bludgeoning damage too.
Ah. Not a lot, but hey, vulnerability still means it takes extra.
Yeah.
More than you roll.
I'm helping chip it down.
Yes, true. Ixbanor.
Okay. So, where is it? Do I want that one or that one?
Questions. Which thing to use? Which thing will save
I
you?
could just go for straight damage, or I could try and confuse it. I'm gonna go for straight damage. It seems to have a good will save.
It does have very good saves. I'm going to say that. Okay. Well, I'm going to roll this. So what do you have to do here? Make a spell attack against the target.
Yeah, it's an attack. So
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my reroll.
That's probably good. You did roll a 4.
There we go.
That will hit. It will hit mainly because it's. I think technically speaking, the fright went away, but it's prone, so that
Oh
may
yeah,
hit.
but
I did forget to get rid of its fright. Sorry. But no, the knocking it prone actually did get you to hit that there. So hey, so takes
so let
damage
me roll
with the basic fort
damage.
save. Yeah. And let me roll. Click on. Make sure it's clicked on. And make a basic fortitude save. It will critically success. It rolled an 18.
So the attack is what determines the damage. If you basically okay, so it only okay.
It was just a normal attack, and unfortunately, it did make the critic success, so it takes no damage. It rolled very well, unfortunately. You do have another action if there's something else you can do. And a vial in your hand, I think, because you got a vial out. Unless there's something you can do for it that would either reduce or have it re-roll a fort save.
Oh, yeah, that is stupid. It's like, I guess it just does a shit ton of damage, but it's got 2 chances to pass.
It
So,
just does a shit ton of untyped damage is the thing that's why it can be good. Because there's no resistances to it at all.
well, either way, I still get my blood magic effect, which I will apply
Mm-hmm.
to saves.
And what's your last action then?
My last action is to brew a potion.
Okay. Talas. Talas is feeling great.
Yep.
I just imagine Talas going, coughing up blood again. It's like every time. I hold back the
Can't drink
beasts.
until next turn. So Talas is going to attack.
Sounds good. Classic. It's because it's prone technically. All right.
Okay.
Sorry,
And he will.
I dealt Talas damage there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Even though I had it selected, it still had Talas. It dealt Talas damage because I think I switched. Things. You. Cool. There. That took damage. Great. Okay. Talas, back to you.
And
Theoretically, I do love how when I switch people in the encounter, technically has me highlight them for stuff.
yeah. He's gonna attack a second time.
Mm-hmm. Well, that'll hit.
Sweet. And then he will 5-foot step away
Okay.
as his last action.
Cool.
Oh,
Let's
you
be
didn't-
real.
You forgot to move. Oh wait. Oh no, it went prone. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does something
Well, that made
happen
it
if it's
easier for
fully
Talas
inside?
at least.
Yeah.
Calder.
Well, he
eight.
decided I had him do a 5-foot step or whatever it's called
Mhm.
in this.
Well, it made it easier for Talas to hit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
That's my best chance. I'm going to use 3 actions to
Mhm.
use Spinning Crush.
Ooh.
This is what I get for being a gunslinger. So he needs to make a reflex save right there. If I hit, because I have a if he fails, because I have a striking rune, okay, he'll take half damage.
Okay.
Let me ensure that I have the proper rune. Yes,
Mhm.
because I have a regular striking, it is going to be 6d6 plus 4.
Okay.
Not a
So
great
take
roll.
half of that,
Correct.
which I think is the exact same damage. No, it's one
Not
less.
doing
Also,
So it still takes 20.
also as a free action, Talas is gonna drop his shield because it's broken anyway.
Okay.
I can repair it on my next turn. Actually,
Yeah,
if he
but
was
he might
near
as well
me,
have
I
a
could.
free hand.
It is going to go. It is going to start by getting up from prone. So let me remove prone. That's the first thing it's going to do. And then, because it's been 2 turns, it's going to spin. So,
Well,
Hwark,
at least we all moved
on
a
top of
little
you.
bit.
20-foot burst. I think I can fill the area still. So please,
Yeah, I think that is the whole area. That is
basic
not
reflex,
fun.
everybody. Ooh, Talas gonna make it.
Ugh.
Not that it
I
matters
mean-
for Talas, because I think he's just gonna stand up anyway when he drops.
Yeah.
The issue more is Ixbanor, who's definitely going down.
Yeah,
Well, not
that's-
definitely, but almost.
I could roll badly.
True.
But I do need a Calder roll. I don't see a roll on here.
Oh, is he also? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm looking for.
Yeah, that literally takes up the whole
Yeah,
There we
it's ridiculous.
Crit success again for you, so you're
I'm chilling.
unaffected by it.
I'm big chillin'.
So 50 damage this time. So
Ow.
Yikes.
I think
Yikes.
Talas is the only one that succeeds, which it doesn't matter because he goes down and comes back up with his persistence. But I think Ixbanor is down.
Give me 1 second.
Let me roll that.
First, I'll have him. Sorry, I just put those up so I can like do things.
Yep.
First, he'll take half.
Mhm.
Put him down. Then he'll take. Is there a way to like do heal 1? Whatever. Put him to 1.
Yeah. Just put him to 1 and drag over the Orc Ferocity Temple to the points. So he's just like.
Yep.
He's up. Okay. So, Talas is up. Ixbanor is down. Umbrin is taking some hits. Calder, you're perfectly fine.
No, I'm chilling. I
Yeah.
have not been hit once.
Yeah.
And I even had a +1 to saves, by the way.
All right, we move
Yeah,
on to Umbrin. You just
Not
took
having
a
upgrades at this
hit
level.
of.
is
Oh,
rough.
that's right. I do have to do some things for it. So let me hit its.
Actually, I think it's
Damage.
+2 at this
And
point.
also, then it's gonna have to do its reflex save.
I just can't get rid of the persistent damage. Please, can you ping that again then? Just to make it easier,
Yeah,
because it's
give me a
way up in
second.
the thing at this point in time. So let me click on it and make a basic reflex save. It'll crit success this turn, so it won't take any damage.
Damn.
I'd roll high for that one still.
Yeah, I'm going balls to the wall though.
Okay.
So I am going to cast. Just had you there, and I scrolled away from it to.
Any chance have a single turn heal which you can spare?
And fortunately, not with what I'm going to be doing.
Or sorry, I meant single action heal, but anyway.
Yeah. Where the? Oh, it's right above it. That's why. I'm going to cast Shadow Blast,
Ooh.
and I'm going to be doing bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I'm getting oh.
I'm guessing you're gonna do a line so you don't hit anybody else. Just gonna guess there. It's just
Yeah.
a line across into it. Okay. So
Is it? Mine is.
You don't need to put the line down. Like,
No, I'm.
which type of save is it?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's like it's based on.
Shadow Blast. Alright, thank you. I just opened up Shadow Blast. Target's choice. Reflex or will. Cool. Great. It's gonna roll reflex. Its reflex is technically 1 higher than its will, so it's gonna roll reflex. Let's see what it rolls. So I chose reflex there. Let's roll it. It'll succeed, but not critically.
Okay, well, it's also weak to it at least, so.
True. Alright, so we'll take half. That's weakness. Cool. Takes a hit. Alright.
Oh my god, this thing's still up. I was hoping that might finish it off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I do still have
no.
1, but I think a 1 heal, I have to be next to you.
Yeah. You do have that
Oh
one
yeah,
action.
the single one is touch. Yeah.
Yeah. Best I could do is I can go over and move next to you and be ready to heal you next turn.
Alright. Ixbanor. You're down. Please make your check. Appropriately.
Yeah.
For horrific amounts of
Sorry.
death.
Yeah, there we go.
You succeed. Reduce your dying value by 1. I believe you are at no dying value and are just unconscious then. For now.
Yeah.
stable.
Yeah.
Hey. All right. Talas. Talas is feeling ouchies. He's still standing. There's horrific amounts of like acid damage to him. You know, like explosive. Like there's probably like a rock sticking out of like his neck, and you're like, should I get that? And you're like, no, because he's just got that like orc kind of anger. You can see deep seething in his eyes. What's Talas gonna do?
Can't heal himself again, can he?
No, he used his focus already. He can honestly
Does
move.
he have any potions on him?
So here's the thing. Ixbanor literally just
elixir
made
of
a healing
life.
potion, made the elixir of life, and then it was in his hand when he fell, meaning it drops to the ground. Meaning Talas can literally just spend an action to pick it up, and then spend another action to heal.
Yeah.
Ixbanor.
King and Ixbanor.
Now,
yes.
he could heal himself as well, but I feel like...
He might want to
That's
get
the
you up
question.
for magic while Calder holds it off, because you know that it's not very regular that it could shoot stuff. Perhaps.
I'm
Calder
good
also
to
is
take a few hits.
literally uninjured, because
Yeah.
it was trying to steamroll Talas to get, you know, for reasons that we might not get to depending on how well Calder's turn goes.
Yeah, okay. He'll heal, Ixbanor then.
It's certainly taken a lot of hits.
That's when I'm like, oh, I have another bludgeoning spell. Let's use that. Its
All right.
saves are just freaking ridiculous, though.
It is technically 2 levels higher than you. That's why it's a moderate fight. So it has appropriate for that. But you can see
Yeah.
how like it doesn't take a lot of levels to make something ridiculous. You guys like
To be fair, we are reaching kind of the point too where, well,
Okay.
I mean,
Oh,
so we are supposed to have resources to use like healing potions and stuff, which we just don't have.
Yeah.
You better start quick alchemy. Oh wait, you're down.
Mhm.
Oh, no, you're up.
I literally already made one, which is why Talas was able to just pick it up and heal me.
It's like, oh, let me just get you there. There you go.
I step.
Mhm.
Ing.
It's a miss.
I re-roll.
Ooh. Okay. Unfortunate.
I miss. No keyless. Fudge. I swing again.
Okay. Unfortunate.
Man.
All right. So, let me roll something for this, because I'm going to be trying to do something here. Let me just roll this here. Ooh. Roll again. All right. It moves into here. That was its turn. It had to overcome the barrier. And it finally wanted to get out of there. After hitting you with that. That's the thing
Well,
it was
this is
trying to
gonna
kill
take some-
Talas for. Yes. It just
At
basically
least
wanted to
it's
get
going
out.
to take some persistent.
It kind of almost pierces the barrier as like horrific amounts of like energy are now kind of seeping in. Your barrier isn't quite broken, but definitely like it feels weakened by this thing kind of emerging into it, and it's not good that it's here. And you know, actually, it'll take us. It'll move up to here. It's got enough movement. It's just gonna threaten everything. Technically, it's gonna move up to the orb. Hey. Anyway, let's see what persistent damage does to it.
And then it also would have to make a reflex save for. Because it would have had to.
End's
would
turn
Technically go
in the area.
Yeah. No, it's no, they were acted with the.
No,
barrier.
it's if you're already in the barrier. If you end your turn in there, I thought it said.
No, or interact.
Well, it was already in it, so it can't interact with it. It left the barrier.
I guess so.
Yeah. Because it specifically does say a creature that also takes damage if it ends its turn there. But only if it already didn't take
Yeah,
the shot.
it says move through or
And took a
interact.
step out of there. It did have to take
yeah.
2, because it took 2 will saves to overcome the barrier, and then it took its last move to actually be able to move through the barrier, as it struggled against it. So I don't think its persistent damage is gone, is it? No, it hasn't gone away. Anyway, Umbrin, the thing is now moseyed into your barrier. Safety seems less safe now.
Yeah, give me a second.
I'm not gonna lie, this persistent damage has been doing surprising amounts of work. Keeps failing the checks against this.
Well,
Yeah,
Bone
I think
Shaker.
You have 2 of them?
I have it memorized 3 times right now.
Okay,
I have it twice as third and one in second.
gotcha. All right,
So I'm shaking them up.
gotcha.
I'm gonna since Ixbanor is up. I'm just Talas needs to get healed. Oh. I'll do the 2. Oh no, because I'm still not next to Talas. Damn it. So I can't heal Talas with a 1.
Five-foot step is an action now.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
it's an
big
action
closer.
though.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
action.
that's what I said. It's an action.
Yeah, so that doesn't help.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to do the 3 and
Okay.
either make it prone or try to move it.
Cool. All right, I will roll this fortitude. It's gonna fail.
Oh my freaking god!
Roll a 6. So
Finally!
it has been rolling very well. So expected this to roll, though it has been failing a lot of stuff. Anyway, I'm just gonna roll this
NPC
damage.
Damage?
Oh yeah, no, that'll kill it.
It's dead.
Yes,
I
that is going to
shook
kill it.
its bones to death.
Yep. As I was saying, like, the amount of damage, the ongoing damage dealt was pretty good to it, and that really helped a lot. All right, as you kind of like cast your spell into this thing, kind of like causing the kind of shatter and crack, its chunks kind of fall into the ground, and the ground literally begins to kind of like begin to sink in, almost as if it's like a hole is beginning to form where it was at, into the ground itself, kind of like almost feeling almost kind of liquid or kind of like plastic like melting into it. Anyway, we'll take our break as this is happening, because things will be
Okay.
occurring.
I'm up.
Good idea.
What happened? Where'd I go? Nothing
so-
ate me, right?
Yes, everything ate you.
That thing
You-
had too many mouths.
I think it did have a lot of mouths, honestly.
It ate you and regurgitated you
alright.
several times.
If you need a snack, drink, bathroom break, go ahead and get them, and we'll be back in a little bit here as I myself down soon. Cool. Great. Hi. Welcome back, everybody. All right. Let me switch things up here to which one is it? That one, right? That one I want? Sure. All right. So the creature has been defeated, kind of shattering into pieces as it kind of falls apart into what looks to be like a combination of crystal pieces and chunks of horrific flesh, as the attack of Umbrin literally shatters it apart. Everything begins to shake, as I say, like this dark void begins to fill its area underneath it and sink the literal earth into that, and it is beginning to spread from that spot, moving out at a nice pace that will engulf this entire area fairly rapidly, as you still are within your barrier, protecting you from the outside, which seemingly hasn't changed as of yet. So, what to do?
So, how do we pull this place through the portal as we're supposed to?
I didn't think of that far.
Perhaps we
Never
should
got
refocus on the orb?
specifics.
Or maybe go outside. I don't know. One or the other.
Well, I think if we go outside of this, more things like that's going to be attracted.
Probably.
We don't know how long it's going to take for that. You know, the entity we're contacting to respond is the problem.
Well, it already did. Oh wait, no, there was supposed to be another entity to help, wasn't there?
Yes.
You were told you do not know which one was going to respond. So
I think
theoretically,
the idea was, I think we were told the Earth one would probably respond, and that's the one that will open up the portal, which will allow us to go through it.
I mean, there is this kind of void that's forming below you into a literal nothingness of outside of the reality, and growing. That does seem portal-like.
Can I make a planar rift lore skill?
Sure.
He's using lore. Skill him.
Using lore. How dare you? All right.
Not
So
fantastic.
not really that good. So you look into your knowledge of planar lore, and it's one of those things that's unfortunate. Like, the situation here is a little too weird. You're not quite sure if what you're seeing, the growing horrific portal that's yawning out in the ground below you, slowly consuming both the area outside of your portal and inside of it, is really another dimension or in between dimensions, and also, like, you're unsure what's going on outside of your bubble too. It's like one of those things you're looking around and you're also like, something weird is going on planar wise, but you're not sure if this extends outside this room or it's going on everywhere. There's a lot of questions that you just don't have information for at the moment. Weird stuff is happening. It's a great way of saying it.
Is
Weird
that cat
shit's
still
happening.
here?
No. The cat is not here. Talk's still here with you. She got hit by a few times by that thing, but looks like she's pretty resilient to some of the damage, at very least. Enough to survive it. And she's kind of like...
So, do you know how we're supposed to go push this city through the portal? Or maybe expand this orb to encompass the city? Or what are we supposed to do?
I don't know if we had an answer to that necessarily. I don't also know if we're at the city anymore. This seems quite unusual wherever we are. Do you think there's a way to stabilize that? It seems dangerous. As Talk points at the horrific hole into non-existence. Maybe? Again, it's a shadowy void that it kind of opens up to, so it's kind of hard to tell what's going on there.
I mean,
We
the only
should
thing I
definitely
can do
focus
is
on
I
the
can...
orb
Yeah,
and
right.
see what we can figure out.
What was that? Because you kind of talked over yourself and translated a little bit.
Oh, I said we should put our attention back to the orb and see if we can figure something out
Okay.
by tapping into its power. That's my suggestion.
Yeah, I have no way to close whatever this rift is.
All right. All right. I guess if someone wants to try to tap into the orb, you're already still kind of aligned together. It's like you don't necessarily have a telepathic field to each other, but it's basically you do feel connected as you all are. Like, you feel each other enough, you know, and you're pretty sure that's what's getting the barrier, is this connection between all of you, you know. So there's
I could
that.
do another religion.
Well, you could try religion, or I don't know what the like a use artifact check would be. Or you like?
I think it depends. I think it would depend entirely on the artifact. That's the way magic kind of works in
That's
Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Yeah.
It's
So
like,
I guess if you want to try to use it, I guess a religion check would be appropriate. Divine, mess around with some divine abilities.
Ugh.
28. Okay. You attempt to kind of heal the artifact, the orb, the sphere, the power source, but unfortunately it's kind of hard to focus in on it. Excuse me. Dodge there a little bit.
Okay, can I try and, just from like a magical standpoint, figure out how to stop or like change a portal or I don't know. What do I know about portals?
Make an arcane check. Pretty good one. Just let's make an arcane check.
Oh my gosh, what is with our rolls?
So, you still did kind of the base level for each of you. Sort of like, Umbrin, you feel as though, like, at very least what you can do is you can focus the orb's power to kind of, like, shore up the barrier around you. Kind of, like, have it align with you guys a little bit better, we'll say. You know, so you did technically succeed on the basic level, you know, basic DC.
Basically slows the terror that it created in the barrier.
The horrific ground portal that's swallowing up everything beneath you, that's still a problem. But it weakened your barrier by tailing its way in. That's a problem that's solved. Ixbanor, you try to kind of focus on figuring out what you can do with it. Certainly speaking, the power source seems to be aligned with you currently, thanks to the help of Umbrin. But, like, it's not generating the energy out into you that you'd want it to. And you're not exactly sure how to do that, but maybe you think if you wanted to try to harness that, you might be able to manipulate things around here to a degree.
Sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
I suppose we all try and do the same thing together, because that's supposed to reduce the effects.
Thumbs up. You could all try to, like, concentrate on, basically unleashing more power from this thing in order to shore up your power network. Maybe prevent the horrific hole in the universe in the floor from opening up more into you. Maybe. Let me just delete this
Shut.
pile.
Yep.
Delete that pile. It doesn't exist anymore. I think we can just... Yeah, we can stay here.
I mean...
Alright, I guess... I don't want to say, like, another the check you've already done. What check would be... What would be another good check here? I'm trying to think of something. What you'd want to do here. Who wants to be the focus at the heart of this? Umbrin, you've done it before. Do you want to try to do it again?
I can continue being the focus. I'm fine with that.
Okay. So you can choose what you are going to roll. We'll make this kind of like a... Wasn't like the... Again, I have to remember what we did before for this, where it's like one person... Everybody can make a check that can help out, but they do different things to help out the checks. Yeah. Is that kind of how it works?
I will do religion.
So what do everybody else want to kind of contribute to the collective power of your thing?
Just to mix things up a bit,
Mm-hmm.
I could roll stealth to try and hide us from that eye.
Mm-hmm.
A bit, obviously not completely, but like to...
Basically, you want to try to obscure your, like, signature from, like, the various things that seem to be kind of seeking you now. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. Okay.
Trying to think about how I could justify any of my good skills, because everything else is bad.
We'll play it a little, like, metaphysical here with the entire thing. As I said, like, the stealth idea here would be kind of just, like, obscuring the energies, and understanding how to hide things, and, like, trying to keep that away. Well, like, you could probably come up with some cool ideas for some other things here. What are some of your good skills? What would you want to roll? We'll say that.
My only good ones are athletics and crafting.
I mean, athletics. I don't know.
Yeah, I
You
mean-
could pour your kind of strength into it to try and you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, true. Yeah. If I may, I would like to justify athletics with that.
I think we could probably come up with something for justifying an athletics here. I can kind of see it.
Sacrifice a portion of my bodily strength.
Basically, like, we're trying to keep
channel it through you, or
you, because it's sort of like you really can't maybe move where you are, but you're sort of like almost using your like physicality to try to force it to, like, you know, try to keep yourselves away from the growing maul of the earth. Maybe kind of like push. You're basically trying to like nudge a magical field centered around an artifact out of the way using your physicality.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. What do you want Talas to
and
do?
I'm
Not good at
thinking
magic.
I'm thinking survival,
Mhm.
and I think he should try and hunt down or track the portal that we're seeking.
Oh, so kind of see signs
That's
for
not
things that might hint you at what you're going in. Kind of like, you know, keep an eye out at the swirling energies around you and kind of like see one that feels like it's probably more associated with the Chandrazor, and kind of
Yep.
point at that. It's like, okay, cool. Sure, I can see that. All right, so all of you can roll your check. This will be technically a assist check that all of you can do to assist Umbrin.
God.
Hey,
Well-
Talas is gonna use his re-roll.
I have no rerolls left, so.
That's rough.
Mm.
I rolled another freaking 2.
No, Talas. There we are. Oh, fun.
Okay,
Went down.
so attempting to kind of unleash this power, kind of like trying to channel into, you've already kind of like opened up stuff. So whatever is going on, you're not necessarily sure of what's going on. Your world is seemingly there, but not. And as you're trying to like channel this energy, something goes a little awry. Something goes a little wrong. Something twists in such a way. And everything kind of bleats out that energy. But rather than like shoring up what you have, the gaping maw beneath you quickly and rapidly expands, engulfing all of you into the void, into the nothingness. You plummet together as this kind of almost ball. The shield you have, the orb itself, seems to be keeping you all close together, but it's sort of like pulling into inky darkness, into nothingness, into a void of unexistence. You feel gone. It's quiet. So quiet. There's nothing around. Just an inky black void falling into nothingness. Seems like an eternity passed. Like every movement you have takes 100 years. That you age thousands of years. That you die and are reborn countless times. The processes of time and space seem to all elude you in this kind of bubble as you feel your minds nearly torn apart. As you just plummet. And then there's a little pink ring of light. A little speck of seeming fire. Everything goes bright. Once again, you all fall into an unconsciousness. All quiet. All silent. May everybody but Talas please roll me a d20.
Nope. Did on my character.
All right. Umbrin,
Yes.
you feel cold. as if you're lying on something metal. Your eyes open to blue sky. Are you all right?
I'll look around, see who's saying that.
There's a kind of middle-aged man with a kind of scruffy kind of a beard, dressed in kind of white gowns.
I think I'm okay. Where are we?
You can look around and see that your friends are here, but unconscious. That is an interesting question for you to ask, but I must ask one of much different. How did you get here?
An ancient artifact.
He's going to kind of move over and kind of pick up something and give it to you. You mean this? I believe most of its power has gone. A strange sphere.
Yes. I'll take it.
Ixbanor, you'll begin to stir. Your friend stirs. Or is it pet? Or is it both?
Emergency rations. No, I'm kidding.
You're not awake yet.
No, I know. It's still fun.
Ixbanor, are you okay?
The void! It swallowed me! Wait, no.
It swallowed us all.
Where are we?
The artifact seems... I don't know yet. I asked this gentleman. He has not given me an answer yet.
My answer would be difficult to explain.
Have we made it to where we're trying to go?
Where are you trying to go?
Somewhere safe.
Then I cannot answer that. There could be safety where we are now, but unfortunately I do not think there is for you. Time would certainly eat away at you, and this place is small. I'm lucky I caught you on the way, as you fell. Greater things have occurred, and the disruption has been impressive.
Did we succeed?
What were you trying to
I think he
do?
knows what we're trying to do. We were trying to save our people and go to a different realm.
From whence did you come from?
I mean, I'll describe our place and the cities that we had.
A fascinating thing. He'll kind of like, he still has the orb in his hand as he'll kind of like look up and ponder at it. To think that you would find a tear. Here. The tear of Chandrazor is all of yours. What little power remains of it?
We were trying to contact her to help us.
That is easier said than done. No one has reached her in thousands of years? I believe that long. Not truly reached her. And certainly speaking, something like this has never come this way. Until now.
So, why did you ask? Curious to find it here. What are you referring to when you say it?
Calder, you can start to stir. Well, I thought no one would travel the path anymore. Not the way you did.
We're nothing
Did it
if
work?
not unconventional.
Perhaps you do not understand. Perhaps I can explain more. There is a path, an ancient path, from the realms of, the old realms of Chandrazar and Kelnikor. The two ancients I drove around the path to their new realm. Along the way, while Kelnikor drove and burrowed the path through realms, through space, through all of reality, Chandrazor maybe felt it, followed it, lit the way. I am the last torchbearer of that way. It is my eternal job to watch, to see those that may call upon the ancient goddess's powers. Though none should remain, there still could be, and perhaps those that wish to follow, the grand dragons, divine servants, and those that find the way to once again reach out. But a tier should not be played around with by mortals. That's why it's a little unusual for you to be here with that in the first place. Honestly, I'm surprised none of you had your heads explode or burst into fire.
I talked to what remnant of Shenjazar remained in our realm. She told me to seek this out.
Remnant. Interesting. Well, I can perhaps help you complete your path, but it might not be what you seek. You said you were doing this for what? Save your people?
Save our people, to move them to another realm where the danger for ours is not.
Come. You can see now that you're in this kind of almost small garden in this area where it's just blue sky all around you. You see nothing in the sky. There's an empty sky. No clouds, no sign of stars, no sign of sun. It's just a bright blue sky all around in all directions. And you seem to be in some kind of garden around a small, almost cylindrical tower. Come with me. I shall take you. We can check the observatory to see what has been scribed. While Chandrazor, my lady, does not do much to interfere in the old world, Kelnikor constantly grabs and pulls at strings much differently. Perhaps he grabbed something in your burst of power? If not, I'm afraid you may have traveled on your own, but we might be lucky. Perhaps your attraction came with something.
Who's the second name?
The Earth God.
Well, yeah, but my character wouldn't know.
I'm sorry, I'm getting proper spellings here. I have to... that's not what I want to do. So I have to reopen pages. It is a bitch, because I have to get that, the thing that you told me about, you know, for translations and stuff.
Because we only ever heard the sun goddess's names. It was like, oh, but blah 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 seems to poke his head around. You
Yes,
know?
I'm getting
I
the
assume
proper
it was, but
spelling, though. Yes.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's the Earth God's proper name, but yeah.
Mhm. Oh, sorry. That was. And I'll give you both the. It's Kelnikor and Chandrazar.
I think I did hear the name Kelnikor before.
Come now to my observatory. He'll lead you into his abode. The bottom part of the tower is seemingly a small kind of home area. It's a very open area with this kind of spiral stairs that kind of goes in the around it, leading up to number floors. He'll take you up to the third floor, which seems to be the top floor of this building, where there seems to be this kind of web of orbs with kind of like lights that seem to go in between them. I can monitor the connections between the various realms that are out there. Many of these I cannot read nor touch. They are beyond the power of my goddess, of other gods and other beings and higher creatures. Some are planes where powerful creatures already do. Things such as hells and heavens and other likes. But I can almost see and understand much of it. There is a path from your home. Perhaps it is my ancestral home, or the ancestral homes of many that come from Chandrazar's great power. I cannot say for sure. Has Chandrazar been in other planes before? Was this the first? I cannot answer. I only know my eternal quest. But with your strength and your power and your signature, I can see where you came from. As he kind of holds up his hands, and he kind of like moves as the spheres and lights kind of swirl around, and he kind of stops things, and he sees a path. Here, this is where you came from, and this is where you go. You are partially upon the path. You are the last light, perhaps the last light that exists upon the path. The others, I believe they are snuffed out. I am the last that holds the line at the edge of the new world, a new reality, a realm where my goddess rules, and between the other side also does. Or do they not? I cannot say. I have never been there. I do not know their influence upon this world. It is also a place of many realms and madness, and weird, strange abilities. They built something different than your world, but also more interesting. I can see it. A cluster of lights and energy. I only see it from afar. I can tell she is there. He is there too. So, now that we know your path, we may read it. Yours is an energy similar to that. Focus your energy. Focus your power, and I may be able to read it more.
I will try to.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me then a religion check. I'll let you do that, I will say. See how well you focus your power. Here,
Hopefully, I can actually roll decently.
hopefully. Hey, look at that.
Nice.
Hey!
As you focus your power, he'll kind of like look at it and be like, you have trained well at focusing your energy. I can read it. I can read the energy of you, your realms. You have two realms, which is very interesting. One that I recognize, shadows, the existence that is connected to all realms. It appears in different forms, but it is also there. But it is also of the realm where we seek, the home, the one I have pointed out. As a group, I can read it there, but I read you. Has there been a major disturbance? I'll kind of like hold his hands out and pull them apart, as it's almost like it's kind of like the energies and the patterns kind of almost like, zoom in, I would say, would be the way we would describe it.
Yeah,
But
that's
it kind
what
of
I was thinking.
he
Like,
kind of
the
increases
picture.
its in size to like almost look at it. This path. Yes. Something traveled on it. Something grand. Something great. A great power. Something that marks the end. The last time I saw this was when, well... This is not the first grab, power, strength that has come from this realm or others that has been grabbed by Kelnikor. He pulls at strings, finds things, collects them in many ways. But you asked to be collected, which I believe is different, which is strange. He still did. Whether it is truly what you seek or everything, I cannot say. But it does seem that something powerful, something large, something great, many souls traveled the path. At very least, I can say, perhaps some of your people that you sought to save have left their realm. I cannot say how many. I cannot say what state they were in. But their souls were alive and traveling the path.
Well, that gives us hope then.
Yes. But I can also not say where or whence they arrive. The realms are, as I said, chaotic. They'll kind of like almost zoom back out of that area and behold like a kind of zoom into it. This is the cluster of Chandrazan and Kelnikor's gift to all of realities. Realms upon realms. There's not just one realm, but a cluster of realms, as you see. As you see, there's this kind of like this large kind of sphere with smaller spheres that kind of float around it, with another sphere that kind of floats above it. Behold the beauty and gift of the realms of our gods and goddesses, given form once more. There used to be only one, but as their power grew in these new realms, new spheres of influence appeared. They seem to coincide also with travel to this realm from afar. Taken pieces, fragments of other realms brought together, but they are connected yet separate. A fascinating thing. I do not know to which realm your people traveled of all these. It could be the core. It could be one of these extra sides. I cannot answer this question. So, your people seem safe, but what do you want? You could remain here with me, but your lives would surely be extinguished. I am immortal and you are not. There's plenty of food, water, and things that a living being would need. But it is merely a small area built for one soul such as myself, a watcher. Would you travel the path after them, into realms unknown? It is dangerous.
People still may need us. I'm willing to take that trip.
The problem is, I can do one of two things. I could send you, or try to send you, to one of these random realms. Or, he'll kind of like hold out and hand you the orb, as he's kind of had it and kind of like with him, for now. He'll kind of hand it back to you. That may be able to trade you a little bit. There are still those that are connected with the great goddess. Somewhere in there. I could send you to them. Whether they could find your people or not, I could not say. Maybe they could send a message through the realms. They are connected, but they are also separate. The secrets of their connections go beyond my scope of sight. I can see they are connected. I know they fit together, and perhaps there could be travel between them. Does that mean a gate? Does that mean a portal? Does that mean a walkway, tunnels? Does that mean magic must be used, and they feel like they are next to each other with teleportation or something different, that you must have knowledge of these places? I cannot answer. I do not even know if those you find there would have answers here either. It's a mystery. I send you somewhere random, you may have no, but you might be closer to where you seek. If I send you to them, well, the servants of Sandrazor exist there, safe there, but I do not know in what form they take now.
I personally would think the second option would be our best.
Yeah, I agree.
I have no idea what the options are. I was dead for 2 seconds. No.
So, what you learned is that when Sandrazor and Kelnikor came and basically created their own other realm, it was like almost like a singular planet, a sphere. But basically, Kelnikor has been pulling on things from other realms or perhaps other places, and has been creating more spheres, so they're all kind of floating together, connected together, this kind of web of places that are connected, but you don't know how, and you don't know where your people would have been sent. And so the option is, this guy could maybe coax you into a random one, hope to get lucky, or maybe coax you to where the people of Sandrazor are, which he doesn't know if they're in a place that could check out some of these other places. It's sort of like, you might have help in one of them. You might not on the other, but maybe you'll be in a place that's easier to access the other ones.
So basically, because we failed a bajillion rolls in a row, we didn't go with everyone. Got it.
There was the possibility of going with everybody, but basically, I'm not going to lie. That first fortitudes you saved kind of put you on a more difficult path. That the group fortitude fail. It didn't necessarily guarantee you weren't going to go with them, but it basically kind of you went from definitely to maybe a 25% chance with that failure. It's bad failure to start out
and
with.
then we've literally been rolling trash this entire game. I'm not surprised we're at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, going with the star people, I mean, Talk will enjoy meeting up with probably some people.
They will be related to me, though not as quite, since my body is both metal and flesh. Yes, you are quite a fascinating creature. I'm surprised you were able to travel between the realms. I'm surprised that her power recognized you even with your mixed signature. Her great constructs should not have been able to travel. They were meant to be of one realm and meant to be of a power. But maybe perhaps since you used the orb, it transferred something to you. Maybe it's a little heart of her energy now, that the tear is mostly used up. I'm afraid that if I use it now to take you to the people of Sandrazor, it will be completely used up. as I said, she's partial of the kind now. That helps her. For the rest of you, your blood is too thin to normally travel the path, and your faith is not there. These are the two things that I would require to coax you along the path on your own. She'd be heading there anyway. Not that it's been a while since someone's come along the path. Perhaps a few thousand years? Perhaps longer? I don't keep track exactly the number of years. But it has been a long time. I thought that no one else would come. But since Chandrasor had not called for me, I assumed there was still the possibility of someone coming. And lo and behold,
Surprise.
whatever power is left would be gone from this thing, though. That is the problem. If I would send you somewhere random, you might be able to keep a fraction of its power remaining. Not a lot, but a little bit. That's the other thing that I have to warn you about. Yes, allies, but I'm using up the last of its power. I alone don't have enough strength to send you there to where you would want to go if you're going to the people of Chandrasor.
I still think it's the better bet than randomly traveling.
Then I can send you to the place.
Well, before we make the final decision, does everyone else agree?
It sounds like our best option.
Talks like, I would not be against finding my own people, certainly. Even though they are long since gone from me. But, perhaps I could learn of them and still help you find your own people. Explore you were gonna say?
Yeah. I mean, branching out from a place of civilization sounds like an easier route than going from a random location. Either way, it's random. If you think about it, from our perspective, we wouldn't know where we are in either location.
We would at least have people there who might be able to help us.
That's what I mean. I'm saying that, like, either location to us might as well be random in relation to... Unless you can get us... Unless the random one is closer, guaranteed to be closer to where we would want to go.
I cannot guarantee that, as I do not
And
know
even if it's-
where your people ended up. I only know that at least a portion of them, or some great number of souls, traveled to one of the realms. It's hard to see because it is a power beyond mine. It's Kelnikor's power. I am more familiar with Chandrasor's power, and she doesn't reach out like he does. She merely
And even
waits
if
for
it's-
those that feel like they want to travel to her, rather than grabbing things.
And even if it's closer, that doesn't mean we would be able to get there without help.
No, I agree. We can't be guaranteed to be closer, we might as well go to where we can get help.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that is what we must do then.
All right then. I do wish you luck. I'm sure that the signal will come to me if there ever is a need for me to leave this place. For now, come. He'll take you downstairs, outside, back into the garden, and over to the edge. We'll kind of make a motion, and this kind of doorway will appear. This kind of like arched doorway will kind of appear that will kind of be filled. It'll be kind of an empty, kind of like wooden and vine kind of structure, which will first come up, kind of arching over in a door-based shape. And then as he makes another movement, this kind of like white portal will kind of open up. As he then will like kind of point to Umbrin, you, who's holding the orb. He says like, I can channel what little power is left in there to transfer this. Right now, this is just a portal to those realms, but I can tone in where it needs to go. Allow you and you allot to go to that place. That would be not natural for you. You should arrive in the closest connection to the realms beyond. It should be where those that would travel my path and by my light would go to. And as I've said, it has been a very long time since someone has traveled it, and though those people should be aware, they might not expect you to show up. So it might be surprising. So be careful.
Good. By the way, my name is Umbrin. What is yours?
Ray.
Thank you for your help.
Do you see that?
Ray.
Yes. I hope I can be the light which guides you this day. It is the joke I always told those that would travel. As he kind of snickers to himself a little bit. But, yes. He'll kind of hold out his hand and put it on the orb. As you'll see, then he'll kind of hold his other hand towards the portal. As it kind of swirl for a minute, and turn from this kind of white color to this kind of yellow, almost fiery color. There. When you pass through, what little power remains in the orb should be used to take you on this path. It should hold you all tight. Just go in together, and you should be fine.
Thank you again.
You look a little
Yes.
worried. He'll kind of move his hands, and like all of you will have your wounds healed.
Yay!
No,
He won't give you your
well, I
spell
didn't really
back,
get hurt.
but at very least, any of you who are injured, he'll kind of just like wave his hands and get rid of injuries from you. It does seem you've like been through a lot, and the gods would only be blessed those that would deserve a blessing. I wish you luck on this journey. We will not meet again in this lifetime, but perhaps if your souls connect up with Chandrazar as a greater, if you find that, perhaps I may see you in another existence.
I hope that day comes at some point.
He'll kind of shake his head and allow you to pass through the gate.
I'll step in.
All right.
Same.
Okay. You'll kind of pass through the portal and feel like before you were falling through like nothingness with no guiding light until you saw that little speck, that drug you in. But this feels as though you're being pushed along through this almost fiery path, wreathed in flames, which you feel the heat of it, but it doesn't burn you. It feels warm, inviting, pleasant. This is like you can feel like the fire's licking at you and that you should burn away, but there's just something like pleasant about all this as you're kind of like pushed through all this area together. As then in a burst...
Umbrin, you must be used to this.
In a burst of flames, you'll find yourself in a place far different than you were. A chamber. At a area that there's this kind of circle with kind of runes and stuff written at it. That seems to be the other end of a portal. As you'll kind of like look around as this room that seems to be made of like a reddish rock, kind of reinforced in areas with kind of like this kind of black marble is kind of all over the place, but it's lit by these kind of like yellow lights that, even though these are very dark colors, and the red is a very like bright red. It's not like a dark red. It's like a very almost fiery red, I would call it, rather than anything. The chamber itself is fairly undecorated, but this set of doors will kind of swing open as someone will kind of like look inside and be like kind of like with a kind of honestly flabbergasted look, say something in a language which is... Did any of you learn how to speak the sky language? I'm just going to ask that.
You went for speaking. Did you go for speaking or reading?
Yeah, I can speak it. I can't read it.
Okay. I'm going to tell you, it's like... I would compare it to, ye olde English. They're speaking normal English. That's the kind of difference between it. So you mostly understand the language, but it certainly has a long time separated from them. So you'll have some problems with translation.
So basically, they're as unintelligible as the British.
So, okay. This should be fine because I have several British friends, and
No, I mean like,
to it.
I would actually compare it to ye olde English to American English is what I mean. Like, so it's like Shakespearean English to American English is kind of how far away it is. That's how far it is.
Went down to the stall and got myself a Wigan kebab. Is that basically how they're talking to me? Or?
Yeah, anyway. Well, actually, his is, holy shit, someone showed up.
I'm just gonna wave and be like, what's up?
Wait here.
All right. They want
What
us
they
to
saying?
wait. They want us to wait a second. They seem a bit surprised that we just kind of.
Did you prepare any tongue spells?
No.
Don't worry, I got it.
I can sort of understand them.
I wasn't expecting to need that.
Yeah, we should be fine.
And you seem to be able to understand. I think we can sort of understand them.
I don't know. They sound kind of weird, but it's not too difficult.
Kind of bursting it, and this was a man dressed in kind of like these like red leathers and kind of holding what looked to be like at least maybe gold or brass shield and spear, with kind of like a very simple kind of like almost plube, kind of like almost you kind of think like Greek style helmet he had, except without the face covering and just kind of like a visor over top of it you can kind of put over the eyes.
Gold, you say?
Kind of gold or brass. It was kind of hard to tell. It was like a kind of
Damn.
kind of a metal color there to it. Kind of accompanied by two more of these soldiers. This older man, kind of in these kind of white and red robes, will kind of come in with this kind of like large kind of like golden brooch that looks like flames on his kind of like upper left chest, like right next to like where his heart would be. As he kind of approach you, welcome, servants of the great goddess. Welcome to Andrar, the last city. You've traveled great distances.
Yeah, something like that.
Welcome to your new home, travelers. I'm sure you have plenty of questions to ask, and there will be times to teach you of the great things of Andrar, the last city.
All right. Pump the brakes.
Hmm?
This is like a temporary situation. He's welcoming us to like our new home. What'd you call it again?
Andrar, the last city.
Andrar, the last city.
Yes.
No, I'm like translating back to.
Well, you said Andrar. You probably said last
Oh,
city.
I guess yeah, it makes sense that
Yeah.
he would be like, oh yeah, of course, idiot. What else did you call it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, who were you again? This is all very confusing. I got a bit of a headache from the
I am Speaker Talik.
speaker Talik. Gotcha. And what do you do here?
I am one of the council that watches over Andrar, the last city.
Gotcha. Okay. So this guy
Ask
is
him if he
like,
speaks any other languages, so maybe we could.
oh yeah, it's a pretty good idea.
What was his
Hey,
name
can you-
again? Sorry, I didn't write it down.
Talik.
Talik. Speaker Talik specifically. He's like a council member, like a politician of sorts.
I'll put, if you want to get to,
Or if he has
Andrar
magics to
and
understand us.
out.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's different than how I thought it would have been spelled. Hey, can you understand if I speak in like, and I'll say in common, like, do you get this or?
Unfortunately, I do not speak that language. There are a few others that I have mastered. The language of flame, the language of the grand lizards, dragons, I believe they are sometimes called. I'm sure there are some that might be able to speak your language. Maybe? I don't know. I could ask for someone if your friends do not speak the language. I understand that perhaps since it has been a few millennia, the language of your ancestors has fallen out of grace. But now that you are here, though I'm sure you are a little light on the blood, you are still servants of Shandazar and brethren, and so you will be welcome. It is our way.
He can't understand us, and now he's just making shit up about speaking like to fire or something. I don't know. The more he talks, the more I'm getting pissed off.
That's an elemental language that does exist.
Oh, I just thought he was making it up. But
Yeah.
maybe there's someone around here who can speak our language. It seems like over time, it just kind of fell out of use.
We know there were people who spoke this language on our world, so.
Yeah, but you know, time difference, portal shenanigans. I still don't get it. Is there anything? Can you like take us to your council so we can like hash some things out?
Take us to your leader.
Basically.
Well,
I need your boots,
if you
your
have
clothes,
a specific
and your motorcycle.
requirement for the council, I understand, but you would have to ask for some kind of meeting for some kind of reason. Though travelers now are rare, you are still just travelers and have to be introduced to the city and learn your place in it. We can find some jobs for you, a place to live, a place to thrive.
Right. We kind of got like a thing going on.
A thing.
We're not supposed to be here, basically. This was just kind of our best option at the time.
What do you mean?
Phew, boy. We have... So we had like a group of people, our people,
Mm-hmm.
put them in a different dimension because there was this really evil individual. We got unlucky and could not follow them. And so we met this old nerd
You were
who
taken-
said, hey,
You were taken on the path because you are of our blood, while those that you are also with blood with could not follow the path. I understand.
there
Others-
is the path.
Taken.
Yeah,
I'm
pretty
afraid
much.
they've been taken to the Savage Lands and are probably doomed.
Where?
I'm sorry.
If you translate that, I'll be like, where are the Savage Lands?
Well, everything outside.
I'm not going to translate
Andra, the
that
last
because I don't
city.
want Umbrin to freak out.
Yeah. So are you going to ask?
Um,
What are you going to ask about that? But he says the Savage Lands.
Right. Can you like guarantee that they're there, or is it just like a chance that they're there?
Everything
We went through
outside
a
of
lot of
Andra,
effort.
the last city, is the Savage Lands. So
I turned to the group. All right, so bad news. Oh, you know what? And good news. Not all is lost here. The good news is we did not go with everyone else.
I thought,
That is
wait,
not
why is that
good
good news?
The bad news. The bad news is apparently everywhere that isn't here is like hell. So they're not in a good spot. According to this guy, he could be full of shit. I don't know.
What exactly did he say?
He said that it was like I told him that like, you know, we couldn't go with our group because we just got unlucky, and he said, "Oh, well, they're probably in the Savage Lands and
Well,
doomed."
savage could just mean that they don't have the same level of technology. We saw what the floating cities had. We have nothing like that.
True, but when someone says Savage Lands, I assume it's, you know, very similar to our previous situation and, you know, evil nightmare.
Maybe, maybe not.
I mean, I could ask him.
Savage could have many meanings of many different people.
Well, I assume it's kind of like the Wildlands, honestly. That's where my brain went.
You know, this is why I like you guys. You guys are so optimistic. I turned back to him. Do you
The
have any
Wildlands
idea?
No, the Wildlands are exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's the
true.
area
But that's what
off
I'm
to the west.
assuming. But Umbrin's like, it couldn't be that bad, you know?
Well, I mean, it could just be that, you know, they're savages.
Yeah, like pre-civilization Earth, like
Well,
no technology.
They
kinda like,
considered, people considered Native Americans savages back in the 1600s and 1800s because they didn't have the same technology.
yeah, that's true.
It doesn't
They
mean there's
were
not society. It just
kind of
means
jerks like that.
it's a low-level society.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll turn back to him. Do you have like any information on these quote-unquote savage lands, or how do you guys interact with that?
Well, unfortunately, we don't in many ways. Not anymore. It would be too dangerous to travel outside that, and no one has left the Sacred Mountain in many generations. It is a difficult task that requires grand magics that we haven't had for a long time. And even beyond there, our knowledge is that our brethren, our cousins out in the lands, turned to more violent natures and and then all the other things that, the burrower does keep pouring in there. It's why strange creatures do show up in the Sacred Mountains fields and lava pools.
Oh, boy.
Great lizards and beasts. Occasionally, the friendly-ish dragons do show up in there too and help keep down some of those things from threatening the possibility of the cities. But our great soldiers and great magic still protect us to this day. Chandrazar's blessing be upon all of us as it continues. Though her light be very dim, it still shines down upon us.
Right. So, what exactly is it going to take to get a meeting with your council? Oh, and do you know what gunpowder is? I just need to get like a good baseline of how you guys are doing right now.
I am not quite aware of what that word is. As for a meeting with the council, it would take some time and perhaps a lot of work. I'm afraid it's not so easy. We'd at least have to settle you into the city first. And I would not recommend leaving its borders. Beyond, well, we are at the beating heart of Valkyrion, the sacred mountain. It is a little hot out there.
Turn back to the group. All right, so we might need to get like settled in for a bit. Good news is they don't know what gunpowder is, so we got a leg up already. If we do have to take them over, I think we got this.
We didn't see gunpowder in the flying city either. They might be beyond that.
I'm just making sure, if for some reason we need to overthrow their council and install ourselves as dictators. It's a hypothetical, Umbrin. Just follow me on this.
I prefer not to do that.
I'm not saying we will. It's just good to have a backup.
We'll call that Plan C.
That's fair. That's fair. That's better than what I would have hoped. But it's going to take some time to, I guess, get their leaders together and form a meeting.
Well, probably they want us to prove ourselves too in some fashion.
If anything, he just seems to want to get us in, like, just as citizens. Just, like, get normal jobs. He seems kind of reasonable. Just like
I
a guy.
guess for now we have to settle in until we can meet with the council.
Turn back to him. We're good. We can. Everyone seems to agree that we can habitate.
Excellent. As he leads you away into the city, and we are actually going to end our adventure here, because it's a story for another world, another time. Avanswell has fallen, the kingdom has fallen, and you found yourself and your people in an entirely different land. And now you found yourself in Androd, the last city, in the heart of a volcano, where the once flying city now resides, deep within a pool of lava. You can see how difficult it is to get out and get in, and perhaps why very dangerous things that might be out there can't get in. But maybe we'll have another adventure revisiting these characters, or maybe we won't. But for now, I think this story is over. For now. Because I think it would be much different and much more epic tale. You saved someone. Saved some people. How many? You might never know. But somewhere, a castle has appeared in another land. A castle full of scared and terrified people, who maybe their story we'll visit next in the future. I don't know. Maybe I'll have an inspiration to, like, revisit the other direction of coming back to these characters and having them, or maybe some friends they'll make in their time here in the city figure out where they're going. I want to do like a high level campaign.
We have a whole nother half of leveling system to go.
Yeah, but I feel like if I come back to this entire setup and world I've developed, I might go do some other visits here first and maybe like think of like an epic campaign later on for these characters. Kind of tell a story from a different end. Because I'm not gonna lie.
I am sad that does mean Madness won't include Ixbanor as an NPC.
Thank God.
Technically he does, because maybe characters from Madness could find the city. It's very difficult to find. I'm not going to lie.
You don't say.
But it's not
There's so many hoops to get here.
Well, technically speaking, it's also the entire thing of you're in a giant volcano in the center of it, also on top of everything. So not only do you have to go to whatever realm, which might be a different realm than where the people of Madness are in, but then you also have to, like, know there's a city in the volcano. Yeah.
I think all things
Meta-knowledge
considered,
is
we
forced,
got one of the best endings we could.
There was a few options for where you would end up, and it's actually the one that I like the best, but your rolls
Could have ended
took
up
me
in hell.
to it. Yes.
Just actual hell.
There were other places you could have ended up. I'll tell you, like, each of the environments are very different for the different realms. You also have to think about them as, like, pockets of environments, almost. The different realms that were kind of described in different spheres. You could have ended up in, like, a land that was a gigantic desert. Or, you know, here, it's a very volcanic land, or something like that. A place of fire and beings of fire and stuff like that. It just so happens to have, you know, worshippers of fire who had a former flying city now hidden in a giant volcano.
Yeah. I mean, at least we ended up someplace with, like, a civilization.
Yeah.
It could have been worse,
Yeah.
all things
No,
considered.
I agree that this is definitely something, like, I could totally see us doing, like, years later, we finally can make some progress because this stupid society wants us to, like, what is it called?
Well, again, it's probably like a combination of dealing with the society, figuring out ways to navigate the realm you're in, figuring out ways to survive the realm you're in, because outside the
Yeah.
city is probably dangerously hot with, like, a volcano.
A hellish
yeah.
wasteland.
Yeah. Pools of lava, volcano.
Conform, that's the word.
You know. So again, it is definitely a thing of, like, you know, we could always revisit, and it would be a time skip, definitely, of, like,
Yeah.
what you've had to deal with in this. It'd be kind of interesting to do.
I'd like to one day. We
Yeah.
flash forward a few years. Ixbanor is a grand wizard. Umbrin is a wise sage, and Calder is stabbed to death in an alleyway fighting over a sandwich.
No, your character somehow ends up turning into my Sunday campaign.
True.
No. It's
What the
Calder.
fuck?
Calder was getting stabbed, and you wake up, and it's Skyrim. You're still Skyrim.
Hey, you're finally awake. Yeah, you fight one homeless person in an alleyway, and you just get unlucky. You know, they crit you for 140 damage, and you wake up in Skyrim. This needed that sandwich. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm not gonna lie. I had a couple ideas of how everything would end up, but this one sounds the funnest, I would say, because it is the kind of, like, not necessarily the reverse, but it's kind of like the back end of the original Madness campaign, because, you know, in the original campaign I designed, which I wouldn't be doing again, this would be one of those places you end up as, like, towards the back end of the campaign, you know? So it is that kind of reverse of, like, exploring out the opposite direction, and I like that as a kind of story point of, you know, trying to find your people, you know, and, you know, again, maybe we'll explore that in the future. Have a little fun time. But yeah, anyway, thanks everyone for joining us. Any final shout-outs from any of you? I guess I'll say, Jessie, Joe, if you have anything, we'll let go to you before we turn over to Wyrm for a final shout-out here as we kind of end this campaign and plan for the next one.
Nothing in particular.
I'll be older by the next campaign.
I know. Time marches forward. We all technically all will. Right, Adventure? Like, yeah.
Well, my birthday will have passed.
Alright. Turn over to you, Wyrm.
I'm Diamond Worm. You can find me on twitch.tv/Diamond Worm or at Diamond Worm on Twitter and Blue Sky, and Diamond Worm on YouTube.
Cool. Hi. I hope you
Next
enjoyed this
stream
show.
will be Friday.
I'll be with him. We'll be doing some Friday with friends, or Friendly Fire Fridays, as he has his called. So the next campaign is going to be with this group, a Shadowrun campaign. So I've got a Shadowrun adventure already planned. I'm kind of announcing it now. I don't have a quite title from it. It's going to be a couple weeks at least before, so 2 or 3 weeks before I'm ready to run it. So expect a little break in between here. As I, you know, get better at running a lot of things, because it's, you know, I've been running one campaign for a while now. I'm just kind of doing this here. I'm going to get kind of better that, you know, we'll roll into some stuff a little easier in the future too, you know, sometimes. So we'll figure it out as we do. But for now, I'm going to take a small break for like 2 or 3 weeks to have everything set up. We'll do a kind of then session 0 and then run into the campaign. I hope you all enjoy that. These 3 will be joining that. I've asked a few people, haven't gotten any coming back for anybody else right now, but maybe we'll get some answers from some people. If we have 3 people, we have 3 people. Shadowrun's easy enough to run with that many people, honestly. So wouldn't be terrible if it's just the same plot of you guys, again. But, maybe I'll get an extra. Yeah. All right. Until the next time we revisit this world, and until next time we have a nice stream, I hope everybody enjoyed Fall of Avanswell, and I did enjoy this ending. So until then, farewell and bye, everybody.